Hello everybody and welcome back to Mythic Ocean. The bad endings are finally over. We will stop seeing all the pain that we saw last time, especially with the twins. I'm glad you guys were as heartbroken as I was about that. That really hurt. But luckily they're going to be the final good ending, which means they're going to get all of the glory, all of the happiness. But we're going to have to wait for that because first we have to get through the others, starting with the lovely Amar. So let's get started on their ending. Going from the beginning once more. Alright, I've already talked to the twins, and told them to ask Amar not to cheat, and I talked to Lutra, so we're gonna be able to do all of that with Amar right away. My dude, Amar! Oh, it's so good to see you, and this time I'm not gonna be an enabler, I'm gonna be a good friend, I promise. Oh yeah, dancing to the beat. Whoa! Oh hey there, stranger. Never seen you before. How'd you find the party? You know what? Scratch that. Forget I asked. Everyone's welcome in the forest, no matter how they got here. Let's talk somewhere a little quieter, huh? Follow me. I'm coming. Meow. Hello! Ah, that's better. I love being in a big crowd, but sometimes it's nice to take a break too, you know? Oh, I'm Amar, by the way. I've got a game I like to play with people I've just met. You up for it? Sure, let's do it. Yeah, that's the spirit. Let me just explain how it works before we start. I have some fun questions I want to ask you to get to know you better. I'll tell you my thoughts on each one so you get to know me better too. Just answer the way that feels truest to you. Don't think about it too much. Got it, I'm ready. Great. Now which one should we start with? Ah, okay. I got it. What's your perfect vacation? Doesn't matter as long as I get to be with friends and family. Ah, I'm the same mind, friend. I'm honestly happy right here in my backyard as long as I've got plenty of food and friends. So, sea urchins, crab, or kelp? Urchins for sure. They're delicious. Ding ding ding! We have a winner urchin dinner. Nah, I'm just kidding. No right or wrong answers here. But seriously, my friend, urchins are the best. Couldn't agree more. Okay, what's up next? Yeah, this is a good one. What's something you struggle with sometimes? I get lonely easily. Ah, yes, this I am very familiar with. I'd go nuts if I had no time alone, but it's never long before I want to be around other folks again. Even right now, this is fun. You and me talking here, but I'll be itching to get back out to the party in no time. No offense, of course. Okay, how about this? Deep sea diving, coral reef sightseeing, or floating on your back with the sun on your belly? Back floating on the sun. I could relax like that forever. Now that's the ticket, isn't it? I admit it, I put that one in there because it's one of my absolute favorite things to do. So I agree wholeheartedly. Are you sure we're not soulmates? Let's see, I want to give you a couple slightly heavier ones now. What does it take to change your point of view on something? Someone close to me has to make me see it the other way. I know what you mean. A friend's more likely to change my mind than an inanimate fact. That said, I'd be lying. I'd say I wasn't stubborn. So sometimes that's not enough either. So I had to reload because I clicked the wrong thing in one of my previous attempts, and I got a different question this time, which was something about a job. So I'm gonna do writing research papers. Oof, now that's a good one. And I know just what you mean. I could never sit still long enough to do that stuff. I mean, it's not that I don't like the idea of studying and writing a paper. That sounds sophisticated and impressive. It's just, you know, not for me. Or you, apparently. Okay, how about this? Deep sea diving, coral reef. Okay, we're back. Let's see. That one again. Oh, what's your greatest fear? This one is new again. That I'll never figure out who I am, or that no one I know actually likes me. That I'll never figure out who I am. Hey, that's a fear we all have from time to time. My thoughts on the matter? Don't worry about it too much. Do and say whatever feels right and everything else will follow. Alright, we're down to the last one. Some people like to say life is a game. You've heard that before, right? So if you could add one rule to the game of life, what would it be? Everyone's gotta be honest with each other. No more lies or secret agendas. Well, I agree with most times being honest is best. I tend to be pretty open and honest myself. But it is true that lies are always a bad thing. I think you have to give people a little heavy for the what? I think you have to give people a little leeway with the truth for everyone's own good, but that's just me. Okay, that's it. That's all the questions I got for you. Don't you feel like we know each other so much better now? Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying your time in the forest so far. I've always loved it here. Sometimes it even feels like it's all I've ever known. I'm sure that it can't be, but nothing else sticks in my mind like this place, you know? I know what you mean. I woke him in a cavern not long ago and I can't remember anything before that. Wow, how mysterious. Thanks for sharing that with me. I wonder if maybe your memories are all locked away in your head somewhere waiting to be found. Maybe I have hidden memories too. That's an exciting thought. What's your earliest memory? Let's see. The first thing I can remember is the forest. Guess I'm pretty lucky considering how beautiful it is. Take all the lush vegetation. I bet there's nothing like it anywhere else in the ocean. The kelp's always a lovely sight, swaying gently in the water, and the way the light filters down, turning green and gold as it goes through the leaves. It's enough to bring all sorts of folk to the forest, and believe me, they know how to have a good time. Yep, as much as I love to relax, I can never turn down a good party, and there's no shortage of them here. Huge schools of fish in every color you can imagine. Everyone's swimming and dancing and eating their fill. Speaking of which, oh, the food! It's to die for here in the kelp forest. Every sort of soft, crunchy, savory, sweet morsel you could want. Oysters, mussels, snails, crabs, and sea urchins. Yep, I eat a lot of critters around here, and not just because they're so tasty. All the little kelp devourers would eat the whole forest if I wasn't here to keep them in line. It's an important job, but also a simple, relaxing one, and I love doing it. Might be easy now, but what if things got more difficult? What would you do then? Depends on how difficult. I could probably work a little harder than I do now, but in the end, I'm not looking for a tough life, friend. What am I supposed to do if some kind of disaster happens in the forest? I'd probably just hide and wait for it to be over. This is the place you love most. Even if it's hard or scary, don't you want to protect it? Well, that's a good point, friend. If I love the kelp forest so much, I should be willing to do anything to keep it safe, right? I don't know how I'd do it, though. On the bright side, I'll probably never have to worry about that. Oh, I wouldn't say that. Let's talk about something else, huh? All right. I heard Ketchery and Esty say they wish you'd play with them again. Would you be up for visiting them sometime? Well, I mean, look. The twins and I have had fun in the past. They like games and they laugh at my jokes, and it's not like they're whiny or anything. But they're kind of a lot to handle, you know? Ketchery's always brooding, and Esty has a nasty habit of exploding over things that don't really matter. I've had enough of all that, friend. Sorry, I can't do it. I see where you're coming from, but don't you think they need a friend? Yeah, you're right, they do. To be honest, I never really felt I'd be able to help them much. But I guess that doesn't mean I should just give up. Okay, I'll invite them here to the kelp forest and see how it goes. I think they'll like the place. I think you should go see them in the coral reef. You don't get out enough, buddy. Ha! I share my heartfelt thoughts with you, and this is the thanks I get, huh? Nah, just kidding. You might even have a good point. This place is so perfect for me, it's all I've seen for ages. I'll pay the twins a visit out their way. It'll be a nice surprise for them, too. I'm sure they'll be happy to see you. Want to talk about something else? Sure thing. Have you seen that big pod in Moss Cavern? Yeah, I have. And this might sound crazy, but I think I heard something inside it talking to me. But not out loud, only in my head. That happened to me too. Turns out it was coming from this little larva called Lutra. Whoa! That is not what I would have expected. So a larva, huh? They're supposed to grow up into something else eventually, right? That means it's probably going to need plenty of food, I bet. It seemed to perk up after I led it to some ferns and spoke with it for a while. I can relate. I wonder if maybe it feeds on words the same way it feeds on those ferns. It told me it wishes it could see what's beyond the moss cavern, but it's too hungry to leave its home. Wow, I had no idea it was thinking about things like that. Alright, I got an idea. Have you seen the big viney flower-like thing over there? I call it the Tangleheart. It's been around for as long as I can remember. At some point I found a seed pod next to it. Never knew what to do with it, but now it's got me thinking. If you planted it in the moss cavern, maybe it would grow into a plant that could feed Lutra, you know? Thanks, Amar. Hopefully it ends up helping. Anytime, friend. I gotta say, I'm interested in where things are headed with the little guy. Let me know how it goes. I will. I gotta go now. I must go talk to the others. Meow. Have you two had a chance to play with Amar again lately?
No, why?
Amar told me they would be coming by to visit you soon.
Well, Amar never showed up. This is just like before. Amar says they'll come see us, but then they never do. They don't really care, do they? Nope, Amar's a jerk. You never know if they mean what they're saying or if they're just telling you what they think you want to hear.
That's not necessarily true. Let me talk to Amar and see what their side of the story is.
Yeah, but we've been trying for so long to get Amar to play with us like they used to. It doesn't work anymore. We've tried everything. But maybe there's something you can think of that we didn't? Well, good luck, new friend. I think you're gonna need it.
I'll do my best. Amar! 2 things. I planted the Tangleheart seed and it sprouted right away. Lutra really seems to like it. Wow, that's surprising. I didn't expect it to grow so fast. Glad to hear Lutra's enjoying it. Everything going well so far, huh? Well, I also told it not to eat the whole thing and it didn't like that. I think it's still hungry, but it won't talk to me anymore. That worries me a bit. Hard to say whether it really has to have the new Tangleheart or it's just being sulky, huh? Maybe I could talk to it? See if I could explain why it needs to go easy on the new Tangleheart. You think that might help? Yeah, that's worth a shot. Maybe you'll find a way to get the point across. Glad you agree. It's a good idea, friend. I'll pay Lutra a visit as soon as I get a chance. I think we can work this out. Thanks, Amar. But the twins told me you haven't visited them yet. Well, I mean, they're not wrong. You know how it goes, friend. You put something off because it makes you nervous, and then it just never happens. I know what you mean, but the twins are counting on you to be there, right? Well, you see, the thing is... Oh, fine. I guess you're right. Again, now that they know, it's not cool to just leave them hanging like this. Okay, alright, I'm going. For real this time, I promise. Good, you better. Has the furry one come by to visit you again lately? Yes, furry one arrived just before. Furry one's words gave this one new thoughts. Words were of futures. First future, this one eats plant with better taste, gains much energy. But then new plant gone, never arrives again. Too much eaten. Second future, this one eats plant slowly, less energy for now, but better taste plant remains, less eaten. This one wants second future. Harder, growing will be slower, but future will be better. Yay! Good job, Amar! I think Furry One did a good job. Agreement. Did Amar come by yet?
Yeah, finally! And it was awesome! Amar came out to the coral reef. They'd never ever been here before. Amar seemed kind of nervous at first, weirdly, but after we showed them around, they started having more fun. We played hide and seek. We're really good at that. But Amar would do stuff like asking the fish if they saw us go anywhere, and that's cheating. So for the next round, we told Amar not to cheat. We made them promise to find us without anyone else's help. And it actually worked, believe it or not. Amar didn't do anything unfair to win like last time. We still lost, though. Amar always knows where everyone hides. They're just too good. I guess Amar's not as much of a jerk as we thought. Yeah, and since you were the one that told them to come play with us, thanks, I guess. I'm glad we met you, new friend. I'm already being nicer to you guys. I swear to God, you will not get another bad ending. I make up for the pain I caused you, I promise. Amar! Wow! Every time. I'm never ready for it. Whoa, wait a minute.
It's Amar! Wow, I think this is the first time I've been aiming for a specific person and it's actually them. That's already a good sign. Whoa, still with me, friend? You seem a little out of it. Take it easy, okay? How did you like spending time with the twins recently? It was fun. I'm glad you suggested it. The kids are the same as ever, always sticking to the rules. Don't know if they'll ever be able to beat me, honestly. Why not tell them a story instead? Maybe you could teach them something. I don't know, friend. That sounds like a lot of effort to me. Besides, what makes you think the kids are gonna listen? They just want to play games. They're not looking for a lesson from me. What if you played a game with them first and then told them a story after that? You know, that just might work. Alright, I'll go play another game with them. Then I'll tell them what it's like taking care of the kelp forest out here. I think that'll make for a good lesson. Maybe I'll be able to inspire them, huh? That's the spirit, Amar. Good luck. Have you two seen Amar again lately?
Yeah, Amar came by to see us and hang out again. They asked us what we wanted to play and we said a race would be fun. Amar said they knew a good spot for that in the kelp forest, so we went there. Amar said they would try not to cheat just like last time. And then they told us some tips to win without breaking any rules. They told us how to go really fast when there's a clear path ahead and then slow down when we have to go around stuff. It was pretty fun! And we almost beat Amar. We were right behind them the whole time. After the race, they told us about how they help things in the kelp forest. It was kind of boring. I think it was like they eat lots of things that keep the kelp so the forests, I don't remember the whole thing. Yeah, whatever. We listened to me nice, though.
This sounds like fun, and you came so close to beating Amar. That's exciting.
Thanks, new friend. We won't lose again. Yep, we got Amar next time.
I took some samples of the debris right away. I've been eager to study these samples and see whether they're connected to the signals somehow, but sadly, I've been too swamped lately.
If you're short on time for the project, maybe I can help.
Nonsense! We've only just met. I can't put you out like that. Although, do you know Amar by any chance? Or the twins, Ketri and Esty?
Yeah, I know all three of them.
Good. I've done various kindnesses for them in the past, and they've all owed me favors. They were supposed to help me around the lab, but none of them have bothered to show up yet. At any rate, I could use an assistant on my current project, so perhaps you could speak to one of them for me. Doesn't matter who, it's a very simple task. Is that something I can entrust to you?
Sure, no problem. I know the perfect otter for the job. Amar! Wait for me! Hey, how's it going, friend? Just making the rounds, keeping an eye out for tasty meals. Let's head back to the grove. It's quieter there. So, you said you knew Alethea, right? She's looking for some help around the lab. Oh, yeah, of course. She's always super busy. Doesn't surprise me she'd be looking for volunteers. I was thinking you'd be a good candidate to help her out. Me? Seriously? What does she need help with anyway? She wants you to help her analyze some samples of materials she found. Huh. That's not really my specialty, friend. What about you? You're probably better with this stuff than me. I don't know the first thing about all those crazy gadgets of hers. Wouldn't it be fun to learn about the lab? I'm sure Alethea will show you the ropes. Well, to be honest, Alethea's lab is not my kind of place. The water's so dark and cold out there, and I don't like being near all that weird shiny stuff. It'll be an adventure. Think about the stories you'll be able to share when you get back. God, you do have a point there, friend. There's a major lack of good stories about the mid-seas around here for whatever reason. And, well, I'm just now remembering I owe Alethea a couple favors anyway. Alright, you got me. I'll go on my adventure and we can talk about it when I get back. Sounds good. Want to talk about something else? Sure thing. Nope, got nothing. Get out there and do some work, Amar. I gotta go. Oh, shoot, I hit a wall. That's embarrassing. I gotta go.
How did the lab work go? Very nicely, better than I'd hoped even. The first task was to compare the samples I found recently to others I've collected. I needed my assistant to view them all under a microscope and note any differences. Amar was rather nervous at first, surprisingly. They asked to see some of my own sample notes so they'd know how it was done. After that, they did quite well. I reviewed their comparisons and they seemed consistent with my own findings. The second task was a bit trickier, but I felt like Amar was up to it with a bit of supervision. I needed the samples exposed to various external influences such as heat, cold, and electricity, with careful notes taken on the results, of course. Amar was on high alert, still a bit nervous, but I could tell they wouldn't be missing anything. I haven't reviewed their notes from those tests yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Amar was a big help. Thanks for making this happen, my friend.
Of course. Alright, you know what time it is. It's time for the danger of the kelp forest. Amar! Hey, friend. Did you see what Lutra's up to here in the forest? I saw it. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Got any ideas? Can't say I've ever dealt with a hunger-crazed bug before. I watched it chew up a huge patch of kelp all by itself, and it's already getting bigger. If it keeps this up, I don't know if the forest can take it. What are we gonna do if it never stops? Calm down, Amar. Well, don't worry. We'll figure it out. Have you tried talking to Lutra yet? About that. I'm too scared. I don't want to be near it when it's devouring everything in sight. It's silly, I know, but maybe you could go instead? Alright, Amar, I'll see if Lutra wants to talk. Oh, thanks so much, friend. You know, you sure are dependable. I really appreciate all the help. Be careful, and let me know what happens. Alright, I will. I'm gonna have to yell at Lutra. Lutra, can you hear me?
This one has greatest hunger. Eating must continue.
You need to stop soon. You can't eat the whole forest, okay?
Familiar one does not understand. Change arrives very soon. Greatest hunger cannot be ignored.
Alright, I see, but you'll have nothing left if you eat all the kelp in the forest.
This one does not plan to eat all plants. Eating will continue only until greatest hunger is gone.
Other creatures need plants too. If you eat most of the kelp, there won't be enough left for them.
This one cannot consider others now. Only greatest hunger matters.
But others are important. They can help you, like when the furry one taught you about different futures. Remember that?
This one does remember. Familiar one is right. This one must not eat too many plants. But greatest hunger still remains. What will this one eat? Will this one starve?
No way. I'm gonna figure something out. You wait right there. I won't be long. Amar, you need to be brave right now. I need my brave little otter buddy. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Amar! Hey again, friend. Any luck talking to Lutra yet? Yeah, I was able to talk with it for a bit. Oh, great. How'd it go? It was tough, but I convinced Lutra to stop eating all the kelp. Really? Oh, wow, what a relief. I knew you could do it. Well, we're not out of the woods yet. Lutra's still starving. I'm not sure what to do about that. Yeah, that's a tough one. If not even the whole forest has enough food for Lutra, where's it gonna come from? Maybe Alethea could help us out. She's studied Lutra in the past. Yeah, that's a thought. Well, I'll leave that up to you, friend. I think you've got a better working relationship with her than with me. Good luck. Amar, could you talk to Lutra while I'm gone? Maybe try and distract it from eating any more kelp? Well, I don't really want to, friend. But if there's a chance I can help you protect the forest, I'll give it a shot, even though it's scary. Thanks for the help, Amar. We'll get through this together. Alright, I'll go. Alright, back to the forest. We have the plant. Let's see. Oh, look! Most of it's still there! This is the first time in ages that we've actually had kelp around here. Oh, hey, friend! A lot sure happened since you were here last. Tell me everything. Well, I don't know if you've had a look around the forest yet, but it's in pretty good shape. We lost the kelp that Lutra ate when it first got here, but other than that, there's almost nothing else missing. Once you left to talk to Alethea, I did my best to keep Lutra from going on another rampage. And it actually listened. Probably because you already got it to stop before. But hey, maybe I helped a bit, huh? After a little while, Alethea showed up. It was pretty wild, friend. She brought a ton of plants with her. Stuff I'd never seen anywhere else before. Lucha went totally crazy for the new plants. You should have seen it. Just when I thought it might never stop eating, it was finally full. And it headed back to Moss Cavern like nothing ever happened. Since then, I've been busy making the rounds in the forest. Some folks are a little rattled, of course, but everyone seems to be okay. Friend, it's kind of a miracle nothing worse happened. Things worked out because we all worked together, yeah? In a non-enabling way. I don't even know how I can thank you. But thanks so much anyway. Of course, I'm really glad things went so well. Kind of amazed myself. You said it. Want to talk about something else? How did things go? How did things go at Alethea's lab? Not bad, friend, not bad. Alethea did a good job making sure I didn't mess anything up. She's got a weird thing called a microscopic, I think? It lets you see tiny things up close. I used that one a lot at first. Later, it was stuff that was a little scarier. Boiling things, cold things, some of them were shooting out lightning bolts. Anyway, I still don't really understand what Alethea does out there, friend, but it was exciting, and I was happy to help out. Great, I'm glad you had a good time, and now you're gonna warn me about the fish. Don't worry, I can handle it, Amar. Oh, what's going on over here? Hey, friend, these two both say they're the life of the party. Did you know that? Folks are divided on who's the real deal. But me, I say they're equally classy. Well, let's head back to the grove. Hey, buddy. Hey, friend. Say, I've been having some thoughts about life lately. Wanted to run them by you, if that's all right.
Sure, what's on your mind?
Great. Let's see. I guess it all kind of boils down to happiness. Thought I had it all figured out, to be honest. I mean, maybe I do, but now I'm starting to question it. A lot's happened since you first came by to visit, and now I feel a little less sure about things than before.
How so?
Well, I thought I did my best to show the twins how to use their powers without hurting anyone. I just want them to be good to nature and everyone they meet. But I don't know if I really made a difference. What do you think, friend?
I think it was worth the effort, Amar. Maybe your words had a bigger effect than you know.
I never really thought of that. It's a good point, and it just might be true. But I've also been thinking about what happened with Lutra. I went off to its cave and told it not to eat everything in the world, and I even talked to it while it was eating everything, even though I was scared out of my mind. Did any of that matter, friend? Would the forest still be in good shape if I'd just stayed here?
You definitely helped, Amar. I'm still proud that you went above and beyond for Lutra.
You really think so, huh? Well, that sure is a relief. Then there's Alethea, though. I'm glad I finally settled things with her. And I've thought about going out there and helping her again, actually. But I keep talking myself out of it. It's like part of me feels like it's pointless and she could probably just get more done if I'm not there, you know?
It's up to you, Amar, but I don't think it would be pointless. Alethea told me you were a huge help and I believe she meant it.
Wow, really? You don't say. Thanks for telling me that, friend. Helps a lot to hear it. So it sounds like what you're saying is, even though it's kinda stressful and scary sometimes, I should keep trying to help other folks, yeah? It won't always go the way I'm hoping, but that's okay. Am I on the right track?
Yeah. It's important to take care of yourself, Amar, but it's also good to be there for others if you're able.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. Maybe I just need to figure out the right balance, huh? Anyway, thanks for talking through this with me, friend. I appreciate it a whole lot. I guess I don't open up like this very often. It might not look it on the outside, but sometimes I get worried that I'm not doing enough. Not for me or my friends or anyone. But I'm gonna do my best to remember this talk we had. It really did help.
I'm glad to hear it, Amar. And don't be afraid to let someone know when you need to talk. You've got lots of friends in the forest who'd be happy to hear you out.
Will do, friend. Will do.
Alright, I think that's everything. And everyone.
You know what time it is. Hey, buddy, check out that glow, huh? That is what we call the gift of creation. Looks like the new world's all set to go. Just let me know when you're ready.
Can you hear them? The world's melodies. They're more attuned to one another now. They're harmonious. I think they're more beautiful than ever.
Yes! Yes! I got the Harmonious Melodies achievement. I've been working so hard for that one. Now the only one I'm missing that isn't an ending is the Daily Delight Philosophy from the Dolphin. I don't know how to get that one though. Does anyone have any advice? Alright, we have the Silver Crown because since I'm going for the good endings, I'm letting Gnosis free the other creatures. I'm hoping the Silver Crown is still enough to stop him, but we'll find out. It's time to start the new world. I'm ready. The crown is going to Amar. There we go. Now it's time to pick up the beautiful, beautiful orb. Now all that's left is the gift. Once you've picked it up, you'll be good to go. Ah, yeah. For a time, I continued to feel myself rising towards the heavens. Eventually, I came to a stop, and the blinding light around me faded away. Somehow, I was suspended among the stars. In that silent void, I began to recall the full extent of my role in the cycle. In the ocean, it was my task to advise the gods and help determine the next creator. But once the new world was born, I would become the historian, eternal observer and record keeper of every mortal age. I realized then that the book in the Library of Antiquity was written by me to preserve a history of an era past. Soon I would be starting a new book and filling its pages with all the events to come. I could sense that the gift of creation was ready to move forward. But was I? I wished I could speak with them one last time. And to my surprise, a portal opened before me. At that point, only Amar remained, and somehow I knew this meant they'd been chosen as the creator. Amar! Sure enough, I found myself smiling as Amar's familiar face appeared. Whoa, what's going on, friend? I'm not sure how you're doing this, but it's good to see ya. Something strange is going on. Is this the end of the world? I told Amar they were basically correct, but a new world would soon be taking this one's place, and they were the one who'd be creating it. I placed the gift of creation in front of me and passed it through the portal to reach Amar. Amar looked almost stunned by this news. Me? Are you sure? I mean, I'm not gonna have any idea what I'm doing. I told them not to worry and that I'd do my best to prepare them for the journey ahead. Then I asked if Amar had any thoughts on what kind of world they'd be making. Well, I'm not really sure yet, but the kelp forest ended up being one of the most important things in the world for me. I think I want to see a place where people give nature all the love it deserves, you know? One more thing though. What about you, friend? Are you gonna be there too? I explained I'd be there to write the events of history, and they could always talk to me about how things were going if they wished. Gotcha. I'm glad this isn't goodbye then. See you soon, friend. My head was swimming with possibilities for how the new world might turn out. But of course, the decisions were all up to Amar now, not me. So I gathered my things and prepared to record what happened. Using the gift of creation, Amar brought the new world forth from nothingness. Whoa! Dinosaurs! This world took on a form of a vast, seemingly endless jungle. It was rich with so many plants and animals that the mortals discovered new forms of life constantly. Oh, and the moths in the distance, I can see them! Many mortals loved and treasured the natural diversity of their home and spent much of their time cataloging it and helping it flourish. But not all of them were so contentious. Constentious? Hey! What are you doing? There were mortals who harvested all the natural resources they could, without any thought for the impact it had on the world's ecosystems. Some did this in the pursuit of technological progress, others simply wanted to hoard everything for themselves and make a profit. Amar was reluctant to intervene. But once certain plants and animals started disappearing permanently, they were reminded of Lucia's feeding frenzy in the kelp forest. Sorry folks, but I can't let this go on. Someday there's gonna be nothing left if you keep this up. And soon there were severe punishments for the mortals if they interfered with the environment and their activities. The natural world began to recover from the negligent actions of those who always took and never gave back. But some mortals lived in fear of the laws Amar had devised. They still had many freedoms, but scientific progress all but halted because of these fears. Amar felt this was an acceptable compromise for keeping the environment safe. Others felt improvements could still be made.
Amar, we want to help show the mortals how to be kind to each other.
Ketri and Esty were inspired by Amar's respect for all life. They assisted Amar in maintaining the peace, developing laws that kept wars and violence to a minimum. In the far reaches of space, Lutra had given birth to thousands of offspring. The moth-like creatures became stewards of nature in the universe, punishing civilizations that abused and exploited their planet's ecosystems. These ones have respect for this world. Support will be given. And so the moths helped Amar's mortals in the enforcement of their environment-protecting policies.
I'm truly impressed, Amar. The people of this world treat nature with all the reverence it deserves.
Alethea appreciated Amar's willingness to establish order and defend the environment. She became Amar's lead researcher and helped the mortals develop technology to protect their treasured flora and fauna. What about Gnosis? As for Gnosis, although they wished to seize the gift of creation and shape reality to their liking, all their data indicated such an uprising would not succeed. So Gnosis remained hidden in the depths, biding their time and waiting for the perfect opportunity. How beautiful! With the help of the gods, the mortals continued to live in close harmony with nature. They built reserves to protect their most vulnerable and endangered species. Occasionally, they looked to the stars and wondered what might exist beyond the boundaries of their world. But they were happy with what they'd been given, and nothing mattered more than making sure it lasted. And so the mortals will live in peace with the gods, always cherishing and protecting nature's diversity, until the cycle begins anew. Oh, how lovely! Our first of the good endings, and it was such a sweet one. I was a little— oh, Divine Harmony, witness an ending in which the gods have no disagreements. Nice! What a lovely ending. That was beautiful. That was really good. I loved it. That was so nice. It was so nice. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy to have an ending where people aren't sad or in a dictatorship. And it sounded like there weren't as many technological advancements as there might be in other endings, and I was actually worried Alethea was going to be mad about that. But since her and Amar are on the same page, it looks like that could still happen. They just may never expand beyond their planet, which is still a wonderful ending in my opinion. They have everything they need and they're willing to protect it, and I really like that. And no Gnosis, so hopefully they're not going to be a bother in the next endings either. And for the next ending, we're going for Lutra. I'm excited to see this little one and what their ending might look like when they're not a hungry, frenzy creature monster. But we'll have to worry about all that next time. Until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourself, treat nature with the kindness it deserves, and have a good day.